So I didn't want to spoon feed or read this thing line by line, but I just wanted to give you the highlights of this. That package you have is for your review, and it's a partner and companion piece to the agreement which you have in your folder, marked as item number 1, resolution improvement and agreement. I can tell you that we've met about 20 times, at least 20 times, and I can tell you that we found a way to work together cooperatively, that when things did appear to be difficult, we just talked it out, and it made sense. And understand that we were talking from the perspective of the MUA in the room always, because it is their land. From each of the departments, historic preservation, which Mr. Jim Franco is responsible for, because we don't want to lose sight of the national park as just one of many features. We're a historic city, and so we don't want to lose that. So we want to make sure that there's a balance and a complement. I can tell you that Ms. Maple and Mr. Seligman had to really get immersed into this application or into this agreement, because some of the components required us being real clear, based on the language, what it was that we were signing away or what we were agreeing to. And because community development plays and will play such an intricate part moving forward, master plan being one of them, cultural communities, the potentials of deriving additional benefit through partnerships with the county and other services is also on the table. Let me add, these were some of the chilling moments for us. I want you to think for a moment, I don't want anybody to think for a moment that we were like, okay, let's just do that. But we understand that the outlook for the future is a lot brighter. And with respect to what Councilwoman Ames suggests and asked about people who would work, one of our questions was, well, how many Patersonians per se could get employed? The harsh reality is federal. It would be federal. And anyone who wants to work, for the most part, would have to go through the federal process, which is encouraging because now you're eligible for the entire national network of jobs. And until now,
but this is very perfect, Council President. There's that all the I's and the T's have been crossed, nothing has been left to chance. So it will be my recommendation that we go ahead and move forward.
Thank you.
Madam President.
Correct, Councilman Morris.
For any other discussion, I'd like to call the question so we can get to the rest of our agenda.
On the agenda, item number 1, resolution. Resolution approving an agreement among the United States, the City of Paterson, and the Municipal Utility Authority addressing land donation, historic preservation, and park management to enable the establishment of the Paterson Great Falls National Historic Park Administration, Resolution 11618, formal actions needed on this.
Move to approve.
Second. Moved by Councilman Morris, second by Councilman Sayers Rodriguez. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Mr. President. Roll call on item number 1 for approval. Councilman Davis Lawrence. Yes. Councilman McCoy.
Yes.
Councilman Morris.
Yes.
Councilman Rodriguez.
Yes.
Councilman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilman Clark.
Yes.
Councilman Rivers.
Yes.
Mr. President.
I love it. Yes.
The vote is 8 in favor, with 1 absent. Item number 1 is hereby adopted.
well, Mr. President,
Yes,
Mr. President, council members, members of those of you in the audience, it is my absolute pleasure to also announce at this point in time, with the passing of this agreement, that on Monday, the 7th of November, Secretary of the Interior Salazar will be here to officially sign the Great Falls National Park Agreement. And the City of Paterson, I believe, confident, will be moving forward back to our future, but this time with our eyes wide open. Congratulations, and I think we all have done a good job. Thank you so much.
We're with Mayor Jeffery Jones in Paterson, New Jersey, and you just officially got the National Park status agreement. Can you tell us a little more about that and what happened tonight?
Well, tonight well, first of all, the administration and the Municipal Utilities Authority, we worked together with the National Park to determine and hash out this agreement, which is the responsibility of the administration. In developing this agreement, we had to meet with the National Park and understand the nuances in our own model. The MUA actually conveyed the land. They're the ones who are agreeing to give the land over to the
MUA?
Municipal Utilities Authority. So their agreement to give this land that they have now over to be this national park, if they didn't, it wouldn't happen. The city, because we're the city and because the MUA is a part of the city structure, that's why we're also part of the agreement. So tonight, the City Council was provided with the final draft that is agreed to by both the National Park folks, MUA, or at least our side, and the MUA has their own separate contract agreement. And on Monday, Secretary of the Interior, Salazar, will be here, as well as Senators Menendez, Lautenberg, Congressman Pasquarel, the new National Park Superintendent, myself, and Mr. Lowe, to actually sign into the agreement the new Great Falls National Historic Park.
Now, you gave up Paterson's land in exchange for what?
The national park. You say, well, when one mentions give away, it's been a state park for probably over the past 30, 40 years. We were just the caretakers of it. In line with a bigger dream, if you will, for the city of Paterson, who better to maintain and give it more prominence and more points of interest to what our past was in the federal government. We've seen what they've done with other national parks, and I think with the partnership of the city, National Park Services, and the MUA, we have ensured that Paterson's history will be told for a millennia after this day.
Now, Chris Christie is going to be in Jersey City tomorrow with another national park statement. Is he going to be here as well on Monday?
I have no idea.
Was he invited?
I have no idea. The invitations go from the national park. I guess I could have invited him. I wasn't even thinking that far ahead. But the city council obviously is invited, and if Governor Christie is listening, I'll be more than happy to extend this invitation to him too to come. But that agenda is usually left to the national park.
So it seems like a lot of this is being controlled by the federal government.
Yes.
So all the invitation would probably have to go through.
In part. They extend some invitations. The MUA gets to extend some invitations. We get to extend invitations. I think the reality of the matter is, since we work with the national park, the MUA, and the city, no one was thinking state. And that's unfortunate because we have talked with the state about a state park. So maybe first thing in the morning I will contact the governor's office to let him know about this. And should he choose to come, that'll be fine. This is the city of Paterson, and now the state of New Jersey's Great Falls National Historic Park. So if the governor wants to come, by all means.